He couldn't admit he overcooked the salmon. I used to roll my eyes at my mom's dating advice. She'd scrutinize every guy I brought home like she was casting for a supporting role in my life's movie. So when I met Charles in the weirdest way possible, I was already gearing up to dismiss whatever warning she had lined up. It was last December, during a freak snowstorm that stranded us both in a tiny regional Wisconsin airport. While most people were glued to their phones or blankly staring at departure boards, Charles started a spontaneous game of charades. Within minutes, half the terminal was laughing. He turned a miserable travel day into something bizarrely fun. Before we finally caught our flights, we exchanged Instagrams. He only lived 40 minutes from me. By our third date, I had that dangerously intoxicating, this one's different feeling. 2 months in, my mom came to visit for the weekend, and Charles insisted on making dinner at my place. His famous salmon with lemon dill sauce and a bottle of expensive wine. Everything was going great until the salmon came out just slightly overcooked. No big deal, honestly, but he immediately blamed my stove. These electric burners are so unpredictable, he said. Later, he knocked over a wine glass and blamed the shape of the glassware. After he left, I braced for mom to gush about how handsome and charming he was, which he genuinely was. Instead, she said, "Honey, did you notice he couldn't just admit he overcooked the fish or knocked over the glass?" I got defensive. Seriously? That's what you're focusing on? He just spent 3 hours cooking for us. She just gave me that look and said, "People who can't take responsibility for small things won't take it for big ones either. Just keep an eye on that." I brushed it off. Charles was funny, thoughtful, made time for me even with his crazy schedule. So what if he blamed little things on something or someone else? But by month 4, I started noticing it everywhere. Late to meet my friends, traffic, forgot plans. I hadn't reminded him. Lost fantasy football league, unfair rules. I kept telling myself it was a small quirk. Everyone has one. Then we took a weekend trip to a lakeside cabin. Check-in was clearly 3 p.m., but Charles insisted we could arrive early. We got there at noon, couldn't get in, and he called the property manager to complain. I showed him the listing while he was mid-call. He muted and whispered, "I know, but maybe they'll let us in if I push a little." They didn't. We waited at a diner for 3 hours while he ranted about their power trip. That night, after a few glasses of wine, I gently said, "Hey, you seemed really frustrated today about the check-in stuff." He cut me off. "Are you seriously criticizing me right now? I was trying to maximize our time. Most places are flexible. This one's clearly run by control freaks." That shut me up. The rest of the weekend was tense. I kept wondering if I'd made too big a deal of it. When I got home, I called my mom. Before I finished the story, she sighed and said, "Let me guess. He couldn't just say, 'Oops, my bad,' and move on? Now I can't stop thinking about it." Yesterday, Charles texted that his car broke down because a mechanic didn't tighten something 2 months ago, and all I could think was, what else will never be his fault?